Could a cursed painting cause hundreds of fires? Do you believe in curses? Oh, I know you do. What those curses they put you through? Do you believe in curses? An old conspiracy theory of a painting called The Crying Boy that was supposed to have started hundreds of fires has a very peculiar past indeed. Welcome to Peculiar Occurrences. I am your host, Lilith Nova. Giovanni Bragolin, popularly known as Bragolin, created a series of paintings called The Crying Boy. The paintings featured a variety of tearful boys looking straight on ahead and melancholy. They were sometimes called Gypsy boys, although there is nothing specifically linking them to Romani people. Giovanni was an academically trained painter, working in post-war Venice as a painter and a restorer, producing the Crying Boy pictures for tourists. At least 65 to 70 paintings were made under the name Bragolin, reproductions of which were sold worldwide, though he was not always paid royalties for the reproductions. The Crying Boy was only one of a series of paintings completed by the artist in the 1950s. The series depicted young, teary-eyed children and became popular all over the world. In the UK alone, over 50,000 copies were sold. The children represented were often poor and very beautiful. One boy's image particularly tugs on the heartstrings. His eyes a sad reflection of his soul. He became known as the Crying Boy. Up until the early 80s, prints and reprints of Bragolin's paintings continued to be made and sold. In 1985, a very popular tabloid paper in the United Kingdom was to print a story that would cause mass panic and end the popularity of Giovanni Bragolin's work. The Sun printed an article called Blazing Curse of the Crying Boy. The story described the terrible experience of May and Ron Hall after their home was destroyed by fire. The cause of the fire was a chip pan that overheated and burst into flames. The fire spread rapidly and destroyed everything on the bottom floor. Only one item remained intact: a print of the Crying Boy, which hung on their living room wall. Distraught at the terrible loss of their home, the couple made a peculiar accusation that the chip pan was not to blame, but the painting was cursed and caused the fire in their home. Then later, a firefighter claimed that he had attended at least 50 fires where everything in the home had been destroyed, except for one thing: a print of the Crying Boy. Before long, this story gained momentum, and a rush of fires all over the United Kingdom started to be blamed on the curse of the Crying Boy. In related articles, The Sun went on to claim that a lady in Surrey went on to lose her house to flame just 6 months after buying a copy of The Crying Boy. 2 sisters in Kilburn had fires in their home after buying a copy of the painting. One sister even claimed to have seen her painting swaying back and forth on the wall. A concerned lady on the Isle of Wight attempted to burn her painting with very little success and went on to have a streak of bad luck. And finally, a pizza parlor in Norfolk was destroyed by fire, including every painting in the shop except one, the crying boy. Then when the Sun reported that even firefighters refused to have a copy of the crying boy in their homes, the reputation of Bragolin was ruined forever. In all these cases, and many more that was reported, the only thing in the home that was left standing was a painting of the crying boy. Eventually, if there was a painting of any kind of crying child inside of a house where a fire took place, the painting was ultimately to blame. Some even claimed that they experienced bad luck if they attempted to destroy or get rid of the paintings. Others were convinced that it was merely a matter of time before disaster struck them. After printing more stories and articles, the Sun offered a very frightening solution. On Halloween 1985, hundreds of these paintings were collected by the Sun and burned in a massive bonfire under the supervision of a firefighter brigade. So why would this seemingly innocent series of paintings be cursed? Before long, speculation was started about the paintings. Theories range from the little boy being a gypsy child whose parents had placed a curse on the painter. Some claimed that the child had died in a fire and that his spirit was trapped in the painting. The most endearing story is about how the child had been adopted by the artist and had come to live with him after his own parents had died in a fire, and that when he first arrived he was very sad and cried all the time, and the artist took inspiration from this and started painting dozens of paintings in the image. Well, after a while, the boy accidentally burnt down the studio. And in some versions of the story, the artist gets angry at him and throws him out. In other versions, out of fear, the boy runs away. Either way, fires follow this boy wherever he goes. And because of this, he gained the nickname of Diablo, or Devil Boy. In some stories, the boy actually survived to adulthood and was tragically killed when his car got into a wreck and burst into flames. And from then on, it was his image in the painting that carried on his cursed fascination with fires. In a race to debunk stories that had popped up around the painting of the crying boy, various experts offered their own theories. A frustrated firefighter had pointed out that in all cases where there had been a fire, there was evidence of some sort of human error or electrical problem. What the firefighter couldn't explain was why the painting had stayed intact in almost all these cases. Paintings were later tested and was actually found that they were printed onto fire-retardant materials. An expert also stated that the string on the back of the painting would be the first thing to deteriorate in the fire, causing the painting to fall off of the wall and face down onto the floor, successfully protecting the painting from the fire in most cases. Either way, hundreds of these paintings have survived fires, which is very peculiar. It's pretty peculiar that many of these paintings have even been involved in fires. So what do you think about this peculiar occurrence? Do you think that a lot of those paintings did survive because of the fire retardant materials? Or do you think that the reason why so many of them were involved in fires is because of the curse? Let me know down below. And while you're down there, check out my description box for your peculiar occurrence merch. As well, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, we'll love to have you as part of our peculiar squad. Hit that bell button so that you know when I upload. And if you want to hang out with me in between peculiar occurrences and other videos, then hit me up on my social medias. I'll be glad to see you there. And until next time, keep your eyes peeled for all things peculiar. Do 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 do. My Harley Quinn. I'm Mr. J. That's my Harley Quinn impression. Oh, Mr. J. Peace.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.